Hey, Kentucky, this is Mary Jo Perino. Tonight, the state GOP takes aim at Louisville's mayor and the governor. Police have a problem with an FCPS quiz about social justice. And I'll go one-on-one with new UK basketball recruiter Jay Lucas. All that and more is next on Hey, Kentucky. Welcome to Hey, Kentucky with LEX 18 Sports Director Keith Farmer. How are you, Keith?
Doing great, halfway through the week.
Yeah, it's been a long one already. Only getting longer.
It has been.
All right, Republican leaders in Frankfort are calling on the governor to address the issues plaguing Louisville and its economy, COVID-19 and ongoing protests. Senate President Robert Stivers says Mayor Greg Fisher has failed to do his job, while Senator Damon Thayer says the mayor has resisted addressing ongoing issues. Thayer also took aim at the governor, talking about violence in the city. Here's a look at Thayer's comment regarding the governor and Beshear's response.
And the governor rarely addresses it in his daily briefings. It's almost as if by his silence that he's condoning this kind of behavior.
You got to be kidding me. Apparently Senate leadership just says because I haven't talked about a carjacking in my press conference, I condone carjacking and violence? Absolutely not. I'm against all forms of violence. I'm standing up here asking people to be kind every day and to look out after one another. Okay. And
although the governor bristled at Thayer's comments, he did appear open to the Senate Republicans' idea of holding a special session on police reform to address controversial topics like no-knock warrants and police tactics. Even Louisville's mayor, who called the Senate leaders' news conference partisan politics, joined them in calling for a special session. And Keith, Greg Fisher also laid out some of the things he would like to see discussed if there was a special session. Beshear says he's open to it if everyone believes that they can get something done during that time.
Yeah, exactly. I would like to see that happen because you saw a list, like you're kind of mentioning there, of things that Mayor Fisher has proposed and things that he wants to see done in his city. I lived there for a while Fisher was mayor, still mayor, and had the chance to get to know him. And I think for the most part, people have enjoyed what he has done there. They have had no problems with him. And I think he will be well prepared if they were to have a special session to talk about some of those things.
All right, well, most people are focused on the horses at Churchill Downs this week. One man is making headlines for something else. The trainer of this year's overwhelming favorite, 'Tis the Law, stirred up some controversy with his comments on protests planned outside the Kentucky Derby. Barkley Tagg was speaking with reporters about possible demonstrations outside Saturday's race, with crowds demanding action on Breonna Taylor's shooting.
And I don't know what these guys are going to do with these riders. Who knows? All I know is you're not allowed to shoot them and they're allowed to shoot you. That's what it looks like to me. So I don't know what to think about it.
The 82-year-old who arrived in Louisville late Monday said he wasn't aware of events that had transpired in the city over the past several months, with nearly 100 consecutive days of protests or demonstrations by groups seeking justice for Taylor. Keith, it's hard to believe someone had no idea that anything was going on in Louisville, number one. Number two, he can't really mean they're allowed to shoot you.
No, I just think this sounded like an older man that is not from the city, the state, who was looking from the outside and just worried because he's hearing there were going to be armed protesters. And that's what it seemed like to me, that he did seem seriously concerned, and he's trying to go from Churchill Downs to his hotel and back and forth, and that's it. And I mean, I'm not trying to stand up for him by any means. I thought it was a strange comment. But I think it came from somebody outside this area that maybe is a little bit older and just didn't understand and was worried about his safety.
Yeah, you could have knocked me over with a feather when I heard that the first time. Like, whoa. Leaders in Fayette County schools are defending an elementary school quiz question that prompted an angry response online from the Kentucky Peace Officers Association. The multiple choice question asks, quote, what is the relationship between Jacob Blake and Breonna Taylor, including several possible responses. The Kentucky Peace Officers Association criticized the question and multiple choice responses as targeting law enforcement and said it would be requesting a meeting soon. One woman who engaged in the online conversation believes the questions and answers are all professional.
They didn't ask who was slaughtered. They didn't say, what crimes were they committing. Instead, they just asked, why do you know these names? Where did these names come up in your house? And I think that that's very important for Fayette County school kids to be asked.
The KPOA issued a statement saying in part, quote, while it is the responsibility of educational leaders to shape the future, it is not their right to do so in a manner designed to intentionally and negatively influence young minds and promote a political agenda, end quote. The schools issued a statement of their own saying that classrooms should be safe places to discuss current events. And Keith, my frustration here was that they just showed the question and the answers, not the context. So students had to read a news story about the NBA boycott and then answer questions based on the reading.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think that's the biggest part of is getting the context of it all. Part of me thinks, why did it have to be these certain questions? I guess they're trying to keep people, their students informed on day to day. What's going on, current events. At the same time, I'm thinking reading, writing, arithmetic. Teach my students that, and then we'll teach the rest at home.
Can someone just teach my kids cursive? I mean, where did that go? It's like, that is the hill that I am willing to die on.
Teach my 16-year-old to sign his own name.
Oh, God. All right, let's turn to UK basketball. This year's team is still expected to be a top 15 one despite lack of clarity on Olivier Sarr's eligibility status. In CBS Sports' latest preseason rankings, the Cats come in at number 15 overall. Good for the number 2 in the SEC behind Tennessee at number 12. CBS notes that Kentucky is losing the top 6 scorers from a team that won the SEC, most notably SEC Player of the Year Emmanuel Quickley and projected first-round pick Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, Keith, we have no idea. They lost virtually everybody. So, yeah, to be ranked 15th, I'll take it. I didn't want them much higher than that.
No, I mean, heck, there's only one way to go, and that's up. Well, I guess you could go the other way, but we're not expecting to see that. We don't let the UK basketball team do that. I think this is a very talented team. Its only question mark is that much youth. But if they can get Olivier Sarr eligible, that will solve some of that.
I mean, let's just get that done already. Come on now. Up next on Hey Kentucky, I'm going to go one-on-one with the newest member of Coach Cal's staff. Jay Lucas will talk about his role in recruiting future Cats and why he didn't wind up in Kentucky Blue during his playing days. Stay with us.